Erik Ten Hag has gone ahead to really hail all Manchester United players that he has really chosen to go with onto the tour of the preseason in there for you to Bangkok and to Austria and back to Carrington or Old Trafford in there for you. That's where United is going to do its stuff in there for you. One game in Bangkok, 2-3 games in Austria, then 2 games at Old Trafford against Atletico Madrid, and a side which goes by the names of Roy Vallecano in there for you. Welcome to United Matters channel. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? I'm come by the names of Rock and David onto this channel. This is Manchester United Matters channel. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to go into the lower right bottom corner, smash the subscription button. After smashing it, hit the notification bell that will enable you get notified each and every time I upload a video onto this channel in there for you. Now, today has been one of those days. The kit has been officially launched today. Surprisingly, Ronaldo is really in there. We go to the website of Manchester United. If at all you want to buy a Ronaldo jersey, it's there. So it really left me in lots of questions or in a sea of thoughts of what really happened. Because if United never had Ronaldo in their plans, they wouldn't have put him into this advert. But Ronaldo accepted to be into this advert because he was sure that he's going to start Manchester United. Then what happened? Who betrayed who? This is where I tell people that, let no one lie to you that Manchester United, that Ronaldo is leaving Manchester United because we are lacking ambition. No way. No way. No way. That's out. Let no one really spread that lie. The fact is, Ronaldo never thought that he could really get a team that is going to compete for the Champions League, but as his agent, who goes by names of George Mendes, was really trying to talk to other teams because he has very many players that he really manages. You get Bernardo Silva, Ruben Neves, very many players that he really has on his ladder. You get now, and him being an experienced agent, he's used so much in negotiating deals. Like he negotiated the deal of Darwin Núñez to Liverpool. However, much is not the agent of Darwin Núñez. That is Mendes in there for you now. As Mendes was talking to these people, as he was really talking about other deals, then he really chips in something that, all right, I have Ronaldo. Can you take him? Like for Bayern Munich, the reason that's why I offered him to Bayern Munich is simple. Bayern Munich is going to sell a player who goes by the names of Lewandowski to Barcelona, meaning that they are going to be left without a center forward. Chelsea, where I offered him again, had really lost Lukaku on loan to Inter Milan, and he was telling them, you don't have a striker, can I really give you Ronaldo? You get? That's what he did. If at all Ronaldo knew from the word go that it's not going to be at Manchester United, he would have already gotten other suitors, or he would have already told them that, please don't put me into your ad or your kit advert. But in the kit advert, Ronaldo is there. Trust me, they are saying that there is lack of signings in there for you. Trust me, United is in for De Jong. They've brought in Eriksson. They've brought in Malacia. They are closing in on Lisandro Martinez. You get? They are closing in on Anthony. Now, who does Ronaldo want United to sign that is not going to be signed? You get? Those are lies. And I think as time goes on, you are really going to get to know who is really the real betrayer into this game of football in there for you. Trust me, it is really painful for Ronaldo, but I know this is really what you face on when you become a star. He's known, he's one of the most followed humans on earth, so we have to digest this into the best aspects of the matter and break it down as it's deserved to be in there for you. But that Ronaldo appearing in the kit video unveiling of Manchester United really leaves a lot of questions. Who betrayed who? That means they had an agreement with Manchester United. Secondly, and one is trying to break the deal, of which the amount of money that United gets out of Ronaldo, United can't break that deal because they know that Ronaldo brings them a lot of money. Beyond the footballing reasons, he's a very good player who really scored 24 goals for United last season in there for you. We appreciate him for that. But even for the non-footballing reasons, of which that is business, football business either for you, he's a monster in making money because he has loads of followers. I gave people an example that if Ronaldo has a total of 400 followers, close to 450 million followers on Instagram, if at all he really posts that jersey and the link of the website of that jersey, you get, do you know what happens? If at all only 10 million people go and buy that jersey is at 75 pounds. Do you know how much that is? Multiply 75 pounds by 10 million. 10 million. 10 million. It's 750 million pounds. You get? That's how much Ronaldo can get you. So United wouldn't be so stupid to fail to get in players that people are really insinuating that's the reason as to why Ronaldo is leaving. Ronaldo is leaving because he has gotten suitors who are playing the Champions League. That's it. That's it. So from that is a side. That was something I didn't need even to chip in into this matter, but I felt like I should really talk about it when I talked about Ronaldo in there for you. Maybe in another video I'll go a lot and elaborate it more about Ronaldo and Manchester United and who is wrong, who is right, and what they really need to go on and do in there for you here on the United Matters channel. Before I get into what Erik Ten Hag talked about these boys that he really went with in Bangkok, allow me read you the list of players that Erik Ten Hag has really gone with on tour. This is the list. Goalkeepers: David De Gea, Tom Heaton, Bishop, and Kovar. Defenders: Eric Bay, Dalot, Laird, Lindelof, Maguire, Malacia, Luke Shaw, Alex Telles, Twanzebe, Rafael Varane, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka. When we go to the midfielders: Amad Diallo, Bruno, James Garner, Hani Boma Jebri, Iguabal, Zidane, Scott McTominay, Pelestri, Savage, and Danny Van Beek. The forwards: Chong, Elanga, Ginacho, Martial, and Rashford plus Jordan Sancho. The following are out. Phil Jones is out. Foshiroti and Brandon Williams, they're out. It's said that they are really looking for a move on loan. That's what they're really working on. That is them in there for you. So some players have been left, but he has really chosen a 31-man squad to go with at a side which goes by the names of Bangkok, where we are playing Liverpool on the 12th in there for you. So before, what should I start with? Should I start with Erik Ten Hag and what he said, or I should first bring you glimpses of these players as they really boarded? All right, what can I do? What can I do first, guys? All right, let me first bring you these players as they really boarded for the side which goes by the names of Bangkok, and how they really posted on Instagram before they really left. And the other photos are really going to come from the website of Manchester United when these players were on plane in there for you. So on camera, he's a man that is Diego Dalot. You know him very well. That is Alex Telles there for you, who is on the verge of leaving Manchester United. That is Savage. And that is Twanzebe there for you, also onto the tour. That is Anton Martial on plane with Rafael Varane and Eric Bay. He posted that on Instagram in there for you, saying that ready for the tour. That is Anton Martial in there for you. Then he said, let's go. He tagged Luke Shaw and Danny Van Beek while they were on the plane. Look at Freddy. He's shirtless and trying really to be himself in there for you. And Bruno Fernandes Borges, that is the new shirt number 8 of Manchester United. If at all you had not yet known, Bruno Fernandes is the new shirt number 8 of Manchester United. If at all you never knew, better know that Bruno Fernandes Borges is the new shirt number 8 of Manchester United. Remember, that shirt was being put on by Juan Mata Garcia, but they really part ways with Manchester United as he ended his career since he came in 2013, and now he left in 2022. Almost a decade at Manchester United. Juan Mata parted ways with Manchester United amicably. It was a mutual understanding because his contract was really coming to an end in there for you. That is Danny Van Beek in there for you at the airport. That is the Manchester airport, ready to board and go to a side which goes by the names of Bangkok to go in and really represent Manchester United. So that is a glimpse of those players in there for you. And there, after that, allow me get you something that really the club posted. These are some of the photos of as how these players were while they're on plane and really jetting up to a side which goes by the names of Bangkok. That is Alex Telles and Diego Dalot. You see them very well on plane in there for you. Then that is Malacia and Elanga. You see them very well, trying to really go ahead. Malacia was the first signing of Manchester United in there for you, and they were really trying to have a very good jazz in there for you. Sancho and Rashford, these are bad days, man. They like one another, and we expect them to do the needful on trade into the preseason in there for you. Then they brought us Scott McTominay and Nathan Bishop. Nathan Bishop is the goalkeeper of Manchester United right from the academy, and Scott McTominay is also from the academy. So they have a mutual understanding in there for you because they've grown up from Manchester United academy. Zidane and Charlie Savage from the academy. Those are some of the youngsters that Erik ten Hag has chosen to go in with onto the tour. This is Bruno Fernandes having a camera and grasping some moments on the plane in there for you. Bruno Fernandes Borges, you see him trying to capture moments on the plane using the camera in there for you. Besides him, you see the cameraman of Manchester United holding that camera and really taking those photos in there for you. Hannibal, one of those that I will expect to be really so much beneficial into this Erik ten Hag era, and is a player that I really put my hand on to come on and break through into the first team in here. This is Alex Telles trying to smile, but I know he's smiling, but inside his heart he knows that, oh, I'm no longer needed at Manchester United, and United and his agent are really planning for a move of him away from Manchester United and Brandon Williams because they play the left back, yet Erik ten Hag has brought in Malacia, and Luke Shaw is one of those players that has been consistently really giving us performances that really made us shine in there for you. Anthony and Elanga smiling wide in there for you. So those are the Manchester United lads as they really travel to Bangkok in there for you. So Sancho and Rashford talking to one another and smiling, and they are really bad days in there for you. Then this is James Garner, one of the players that I really put my hand on, although that I wish he could stay at Manchester United because he really did what he deserved. He really did what was well deserved for him into his second season at Nottingham, and he really brought them to the Champions League in there for you. Those are the players and how they really went through into the plane as they really boarded for side, which goes by the names of Bangkok in there for you. Just recently, just 10 minutes ago, I've just read a tweet of the plane flight showing us that they have reached Romania now. They've reached Romania now. And when you look at the flight, let me check for the flight duration from Manchester to Bangkok. All right, let me see how many hours. Oh my god, it's a 13-hour flight and 45 minutes, almost 14 hours. So they left at around 4 p.m. So 4 p.m. now, 4 p.m. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, they're like 4 hours away from reaching Bangkok in there for you, and I know they're really going to let us know when they reach. They'll have to share those photos in here onto this channel, and we'll come in and really let you know what they're up to in there for you. And by the time we come here to do our last video of the day, I know they would have arrived, and we'll be here letting you know how things are really going on that side where these United players are. Now let's get into Erik ten Hag and what he said before these players really boarded, and the reasons he gave for really choosing these players to be part of what we call the preseason tour in there for you. Why he left out some and why he really brought others on. Erik ten Hag said, of course, I want to bring the energy in my team, but I must say the players do really well. They are really focused. They bring for themselves the energy. So he's saying that these players of Manchester United bring themselves the energy. He really likes them, and they're really doing well, and they're focused. This is what he really wants most from these players that he has really chosen to go with on tour. He continued to say, you see, these players enjoy football, they enjoy playing football together, and they really work well together in there for you. So I think what he had to first put into this team is unity. There is a tweet I read by Rob Dawson saying that he told these players, you are not going to hit away from Carrington. You are going to hit what we prepare at Carrington. You get? Because when he was announced as the Manchester United manager, United players rushed into the WhatsApp inbox of Danny Van Beek because he's one of those players that he had worked with him previously at Ajax, and they asked him, what does this man really want? One of the points he emphasized was all about diet and nutrition. He told them that he's so keen on nutrition. He puts a lot of emphasis on nutrition. So that's why one of the first orders he really laid out, he said, you have to eat at the club. Diet is so much important. Ronaldo, reaching 37 years, while looking like he's still a 26, 27 years player, because they say he's like 8 years younger. Right now he's 30, but in reality he's 37, 38, is because he is diet concerned. He is a critic of his own diet. Doctors told him that if at all you really want to keep your body in shape and preserve your energy, you don't have to be eating meat. You have to be eating fish, chicken, avocado, raw eggs. So he's so much a vegetarian, and when it comes to meat, he eats chicken only. You get, that is Ronaldo in there for you, and he is observing this diet, and that diet has helped him really reach this age while really doing the needful in there for you. I saw a video of Patrice Evra talking about Ronaldo, that he used to go at his home. He told him that you told me to come here and eat. Let's have lunch. Look at what we are having. This is not lunch, because Patrice Evra was so much used to food, soup, meat, and so on and so forth. But Ronaldo doesn't really eat like that. So Erik ten Hag first put there an order of eating at Carrington. That's it. He gave them his orders, and they're supposed to follow them. And he says these players enjoy playing football in there for you. He went ahead to say, I have to learn to know my squad during preseason, the personnel, the individuals, the players. Obviously, just, is it 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks? By Monday, he's making 2 weeks with his players. And for those that really came in through on 27th, but those that came in through on Monday, that is the 5th, he has just known them for like 4 or 5 days. So through the preseason, he will be knowing these players and knowing what they want, what they don't want, and how he should really talk to them, and how they should really approach him in there for you, and how they're really going to plan for their season. So Erik ten Hag is really a very ongoing guy. But when it comes to being serious, he's serious. It's joking, it's jokes. Then when you say that it's all being serious, it's all about being serious in there for you. So that is Erik ten Hag in there for you. And then he went ahead to say that getting to know players, I think one of the biggest advantages from the tour. We have 2 weeks to work really close together, and we will learn about each other, because I want to learn about them and they want to learn about me and his coaches. Obviously, when you go to the tour, all what you work upon is knowing one another, especially in the field of play. They are going to be going through drills, they're going to be playing friendly matches, and through those, these players will get to know themselves in there for you. That's why you see teams like Man City and Liverpool, they do their signings better and earlier before the preseason, such that if at all they're having like 6 games to play in the preseason, these players get to know themselves a lot. And that is something that United has wanted sorted, because Eriksen is not on plane, Lisandro Martinez is not on plane, and even the player we started chasing from May, I think 10th or 11th, he's not yet on plane. He's not yet onto our list of players that United. Oh, that is De Jong. You look at De Jong and you say, all right, where is he? He's nowhere to be seen. You get? So I 100% believe that we can really come out and help ourselves to be the needful and do the needful for a team which goes by the names of Manchester United. Let's get in signings enough. So this is why these people go on tour, and they know themselves. Erik ten Hag wants his players to know him, the coach, and he also wants to know these players personally there for you. And because during the training, you cannot know the abilities of a player. You can be training fit, but there is a very big difference between being match fit and being fit at training. Your fitness might be okay, you might be banging in goals on training, but when it comes to the match, you can't really replicate what you really display in training to the final match. So in these friendly matches, he's really going to get to know which players are fit to be into his squad and where does he really need to reinforce in there for you. But look at Arsenal today. They've played their second game. Gabriel Jesus has come on and scored. Matt Turner was in goal. Marquinhos has played. You get? Fabio Vieira would have come on, but he has a minor foot injury. But almost all his signings have started to play all the games that Arsenal are really going to play. And he's left with like four or five games. Everton, Florida, Chelsea, and Sevilla. 4 games left for Arsenal. And he's going to be having all of them. That means by the time they play Crystal Palace on Friday, they will have really played close to 5 games together. You get? So Gabriel Jesus won't be a novice to these other Arsenal players. Therefore, so that is why Erik ten Hag is talking about knowing his players more and more and more. He went ahead to say on his approach of the game, we want to play a proactive style of football on the ball and off the ball. Try to do that has to be our intention. The coaches bring it over to the team that we are in every situation, proactive in there for you. So this is what he talks about in a simplified language. He's talking about pressing. When we don't have the ball, we have to press our opponent to see to it that we make it hard for him to play. When we get the ball, we have to be proactive. We have to be forward-looking. We have to be looking for those passes and quick passing and really get ourselves to the better of really doing or hurting this opponent. And all that is talking about, it has to be really replicated or put in place in these 2 weeks that they are going on tour. Today is 8th, you get? On the 8th or 7th, we are playing Brighton out of Trafford. That means we are a month away from Erik ten Hag's first Premier League game of Manchester United. So, in a month's time, he needs to go on and really put all what he wants in his players and instill in them. That's why you see that he's trying to sign in players that he really knows. You get? That he really knows and know him, because he doesn't have time. He came in May and he thought that the De Jong deal would have been done by now and all the signs have been done by now, but almost 3 are almost done, because Lisandro Martinez, the bid has been put in. We're waiting to see whether Ajax are really going to accept that bid in there for you. So that is Erik ten Hag. And lastly, this is what he had to say, that we are brave and willing to have the ball, to give each other options, but also off the ball to get the pressing style is what we are working for together. All right, talking of the pressing style, Ralf Rangnick, who was the interim manager of Manchester United, who parted ways with them in May, wanted this team to press. If you remember the game we played against Crystal Palace, the first game of Erik ten Hag as a manager of Manchester United, we played Crystal Palace and these players only played 60 minutes of pressing. They pressed, we passed very well, they are all over the pitch, and they ran out of steam. Do you know why? They had not prepared for this press. When do you prepare for this press? In the preseason. That's what Erik ten Hag is talking about. In the preseason, this is when you really prepare for the press. That's what Erik ten Hag is really talking about, that we need to get the pressing style. It doesn't come out of the blue. A pressing style is really prepared for in the preseason, according to the hard work you do and how you really train. You get? So in this remaining 1 month, United players are really going to be working tooth and nail under Erik ten Hag to see to it that they have the energy and the guts and the gas that is really going to help them gain big hearts to go on and really press the opponents from the word go. You get? They would press under Rangnick, but for only 45-60 minutes. They wouldn't press for the remaining 30 minutes, of which in those 30 minutes, the other teams would gain momentum and go ahead and really beat us. So that's what Erik ten Hag doesn't want to see at Manchester United. He has talked about giving each other options. Those are runs. How do we run? How do these players make those runs on the field of play? That's it. It's so much crucial. Let me give you an example. I saw a player known as Luis Suarez play for Liverpool. Luis Suarez playing for Liverpool, he made Daniel Sturridge look a better player, yet he wasn't that player. Why? Those runs off the balls he made created space for Daniel Sturridge. I'm sorry, it's Daniel Sturridge, not Raheem Sterling. Daniel Sturridge. Those runs off the balls made Daniel Sturridge a better player. You get? So that is what he's talking about. So they have to master those runs. How do you run when you don't have the ball? You get? That's what he's talking about in there for you. Because when you don't have the ball, you can play, you can create space for your fellow teammate. That's what Erik ten Hag was talking about in there for you. So guys, thank you for watching us in. Erik ten Hag has come out and really thrown lots of hails to his players in there for you ahead of this tour where United is really going to go ahead and play Liverpool on 12th. You get? Let me see other teams in here for you. Let me see United fixtures here. Let me see United fixtures. And on next Tuesday, by the way, that's our first game. That's our first game of United. That is next Tuesday in there for you. So when you look at the fixtures of Manchester United, we are playing Liverpool on 12th in Bangkok. That's then Melbourne on July 15th. Then Crystal Palace on 19th July. Then Aston Villa on the 23rd of July. Then Atletico Madrid on the 30th of July. And 31st, Roy Volcano. Someone ask himself, how are we going to play 2 games in 2 days, in 2 consecutive days? Erik ten Hag said he'll feature out, or he'll line out one of the lineups in the first game of Atletico Madrid, and every player that will take place or that will take part into the game of Atletico Madrid won't take part into the game of Roy Volcano. That's what he really went ahead to say. So we expect his first team that he has really chosen from the pre-season to be unveiled on the field of play in these games. Atletico Madrid and Roy Volcano will know that the team that will be having De Gea, Varane, De Jong, Eriksson, Sancho, you get? That will be the first choice team of Erik ten Hag in there for you. And that's when you're really going to get a very big picture of what team Erik ten Hag is building at Manchester United. Thank you guys for watching in. Smash the like button, comment and share. Feel free to go into the comment section and tell me what you think about this squad that Erik ten Hag has really flown with to Bangkok to go on and play the game of football against Liverpool. Then they'll play to Australia to play Melbourne and very many other teams down there in there. That has been the story about Manchester United, and they are really pressing hard to bring in Bobby in there for you and De Jong plus Lisandro Martinez. So you never know, in time from now, here we go might be really flown in and a live notification might really come in through and let you who United is going to bring in. But that's what we had for you in here on this channel. I sign out for now. See you later, and good night, good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, depending on where you are watching us from.